Ooh, ooh, ooh. How are we doing? All right. So today, quick, we live on tight lower backs. Larky's writing encyclopedia for this. So, a really important topic, especially this time of year, and especially because of our lifestyles. Are you in for this? You can just watch this. This is the title track of my new podcast that launches on the 14th of January. Yeah. Should be good. And it's all about the Weight Minders Club. And we're looking at things, all things to do with the mind, nutrition, some exercise. I've got some really good guests lined up, some real great people who are going to come on and chat to me about their experiences as well. So I'm really looking forward to that launching. But anyway, back to this back. Yeah. I've been to the gym today, and so what can I do? Part of my wee advent calendar. But you know what? Fancy getting my back a wee stretch out, and that can stay on this page. And then if you need to stretch your back at one day, you might go, I remember Linda put something up about lower back. You just search my page and you'll find it. Yeah. But anyway, it's all going to go into a membership site very, very soon. You know me, Scottish, so it isn't going to cost the world, and you've got loads of value in it. You're going to get plenty of exercise tips, plenty of transformational mindfulness tips, loads of things about healthy eating. Yeah, because I am your gal. All right, we're going to get ready. Quick back release, keep it, save it, let's connect. Give me anything you need to ask me, just ask me and I'll get you later on, all right? So here we go. Now, backs. I'm going to get you so you can see me. Yeah, just changing my camera just so you can see me. Now, the thing about the back is that it's going to get tighter and tighter. So as long as you sitting for long periods of time. Remember I was speaking at the weekend about the shoulder. Same thing happens with the front and the back of the body. So as you sit in your chair or you're doing your things on your phone and your computer, what actually happens is this starts to get tight and strong, the hip flexor, and the lower back becomes weak and long. So you get this syndrome occurring, so the whole body starts to close down like this. However, by being able to release the lower back, you can help yourself from tight backs. Especially if you do a lot of sitting, you can always come up and do a couple of these wee exercises. So I just wanted to show you. There's some of the exercises I've done to try and help an injury that I had as well, which is thankfully just about gone, but I mean it's absolutely taking ages. So, and I wasn't even doing anything really that strenuous at the time. That's the thing, I was just lying, rotated and pulled, and that's all I did. And I felt sick, it was that sore, and that's bothered me for a year. So, but it's thankfully, you know, I've looked after it, I've did my exercises, I've done my rolling, and that was another thing I did, you know, the foam roller, the balls and that. But this is just a wee quick thing about how to release your back. Now, some really good exercises, so I'm going to lie in the mat, show you. The first one is the old heel on the knee. So you just get your ankle on your knee and you're just going to sit it. Now, what you want to do is just apply a little bit of pressure, okay? So it doesn't have to be an awful lot, so that you remember it's going to be really, really tight. You do not need a lot of pressure in this. So all you're going to do is just put your hand on the inside of your knee and just gently, I mean gently, just give it a wee pulse, okay? And that just opens up the hip a little bit, okay? Especially at the back, you'll feel the glute, especially if it's tight, you're going to feel the glute. I mean, my glute's still tight, but I mean, this exercise really helped me. And you want to do about, well, I was doing about 24, 25 pulses of this, okay? So, and that's a really good exercise just to get you started. And then obviously you would repeat that on the other side. So just again, I mean, even me doing that just now, just gives it a wee release, okay? So just make sure that your hips are kind of in a level position and that you're not pushing that too hard, okay? Because remember, you've got a lot of tightness around the back. That is not what you want to do, okay? Now, if you're able, okay, so if you're able, what you can do from that position to progress it is you can bring your foot off the floor, okay? So you can always bring it in, you can also hold it a little bit. Now, if you've got tightness, you will feel this, okay? I have got tightness and I can feel it, but if you feel that you're able, you could just put your elbow gently into the inside of your leg, and that opens up the hip again, because it's just basically what you're trying to do. And then obviously if you have got the movement, then you could take the leg up a little bit further as well. And again, you would just repeat that. A good length of time to hold the stretch is about 20 to 30 seconds. Okay, that's probably quite a good time. So there's a progression there, so you could be here, here, and then here. Okay, so there's 3 exercises here that you could do, or you might just want to just do that wee bit pulsing. Okay? But you've just got to be gentle. Okay. Now, once I've done that, what I'll do is I will come over to a cat-cow, okay? So here's another one that you can do. Well, obviously everybody knows about this one. So you go onto all fours, but the important thing here is that you want to try and keep your shoulder, your elbow, and your wrist in line, okay? Drop your shoulder blades back and down, okay? Now try and keep your eye gaze forward, because again, you don't want to be looking down. Okay, so eye gaze slightly forward. And then it's just a wee arch. So you just arch. See if you can start. Just work your way gently up, okay? And then feel the chest rising up. Okay? Wee arch through the back, and then again start with your tailbone. I found this super helpful. Start with the tailbone down, the tailbone coming down first, okay, rounding out, and then up in your cat curl. When you start the exercise again, a good release for your lower back would be to start with your tailbone again. So you just start the tailbone again, and then just gently think about coming back. And then right back around into that arch. And then again, gently around with your tailbone, until you find yourself in that cat curl. So they're really, really good. Try and keep your shoulders relaxed at that time. Draw them down, but keep them relaxed, and just think about how neat you could keep your movement. And then you could go into a child's pose. So for the child's pose, I like my knees a wee bit wider, because I feel like, because my back is tight, I get a good wee stretch here. And then you would just rest down there and just allow the muscle to relax. Okay, so again, 20-30 seconds. Okay, so just relaxing down. And you're just going to wait until your own body talks to you. Just remember, body keeps the score. And then once it tells you that it's okay to move, and you will get a signal, it might be telling you though, just stay where you are today, because that feels okay. That feels good for us. But if you feel like you need a wee bit more, you could come a wee bit further forward. Okay? You could just push slightly more into the movement if you feel like you want a wee bit more of a stretch. Okay, so that's a really good wee stretch there. Again, 20 to 30 seconds. So there you've got something there that you can do. Another one that I found very helpful was this one here. So you sit, you just sit with your, your feet in front of you, sit up onto your sit bones, okay, and you drop the shoulder blades back and down. Then what you want to do is you're going to cross one foot over the other knee, right? Again, you've got to sit up nice and tall. Then you want to hug the knee in opposite. Okay, I think this is a yoga move. And you're going to hug this in here like this. Now that could be enough for you. Okay, actually I'm going to come this way because then you can talk to you. Well, this is my tight side anyway. So I'm going to hug that and see that's so much tighter. I'm going to hug that in and you put that hand behind you, and then all we've got to do there is just, you could look back a little bit. Okay, and that's quite nice as well. Again, 20 to 30 seconds. Now for your hip flexors, this is I honestly found this an amazing exercise, I really did. So you start off in your hip flexor, okay, so you just start off with a wee hip flexor stretch, okay. From there, so you get yourself into this position. You could do this in your lunch time, 5-10 minutes, because you could repeat these a couple of times. And then up there, opposite, so you've got opposites here, so you've got a wee bit of oppositional energy. So you get yourself into a wee stretch there. And I'm not going to hold it the full time, but again, you're looking for 20 to 30 seconds. Nice wee stretch there. Then you can go into the pigeon pose. But the thing about the pigeon pose is that or the swan dive, or whatever it is you call it, the thing about it is that you don't hold it for too long, okay? I'd say about 20 seconds max, okay? So to do this, okay, it's like 90 through both sets of limbs. So as you come in, okay, so you come in here, what I want you to do is just to bend in, okay, so you tuck the opposite ankle in. Now the thing about it is you want to get length at the back of the movement, okay, so you want to try and get length behind the back of the movement and keep your hips level. That's the most important thing, is that your hips level. For me, this has been such a great exercise in terms of getting rid of the tightness in the lower back. So again, you could be up in this position for 20 seconds, but if you were loosened up and you felt that you wanted to dip a wee bit further down, you could. So you could be here. Again, keep trying to get length at the back of the body. Okay, so just keep checking the length and keep checking that your hips are level. Okay, I could not reiterate that enough. Your hips must stay level. You don't want any rotation. And then you could possibly move into you just have to see how you feel in the day. Okay, so this feels okay for me. Now I'm getting a really deep stretch, and this is the part where I don't want to hold this for too long. Okay, so I'm just going to do that for another couple of minutes, and obviously repeat that on the opposite side. Okay, so after that for me is such a deep stretch, so you need to be careful with it. And then another one that I like is this was a good one for me as well. So I just lying on your back, and then you come into a wee bridge, doing the wee bridge. And then once you do your wee bridge, you then draw your knees in. So you're getting that opposite wee stretch. So that's a good wee one as well. And you do that 4 or 5 times. So these are just like half a dozen wee exercises that you could do if you're at your work, or you just felt that you needed a wee bit of stretch. So I did a shoulder workout, just a nice bit of mobility on the shoulder, and I also I worked with my TheraBand and also the Pilates balls as well. So remember we've got that test there for mobility, the shoulder test. We're kind of barely touching, but after me doing some exercises with my TheraBand, I can usually get my shoulders to touch, my fingertips to touch okay. Both sides. So you could do some of those shoulder exercises, because it is mainly your lifestyle means that it's mainly, our lifestyle, sorry, I should say, because I'm included in this as well, is you leaning over your desk, shortening your hip flexors and shortening the front of the pectorals, and also stretching the lower back weak and long, weak and long. You can see that there, so it's about being able to retract them and opening them up. And those are just some great wee releases that you could do just to help you along a wee bit, just to keep your body nice and mobile. That's the thing, because obviously the older you get, you've got less synovial fluid, so you want to make sure that whatever you've got left there, that you're keeping it, you know, you're keeping the joints supple. You know, you want to be aging beautifully, gracefully. You want to be able to keep, you know, your muscles nice and strong, your joints nice and strong, but the cartilage is really important as well. Without the cartilage, my God, help us all. You've got nothing, haven't you? You're basically like that. So, and I think it was cartilage that I really did pull. So think about your mobility, think about your posture, think about it more than ever in the lifestyles that we lead today, retracting back the way, wherever you can stand up nice and strong, that's where you want to go. So I hope those helped you. Maybe when you're at your lunch or that, save this video, save it. I want you to save it so that we can go through it together, and you can just fast forward. You don't need to listen to me blabbering on. You know, you can just stop me and start and go, what was that exercise? Because that's what I do. I just go, what was that? What was that? Just stop and start, offer it up and down. So maybe that's something that you could do as well. Alright, so that's my tip for today. Looking after your lifestyle. Looking after those joints, the cartilage, keep mobile. And I'm telling you as well, just know me, I'm going to go on now. I have got a fitness goal, you know, and I'm trying to build the strength and endurance to be able to do it. And that's my pull-up, my unassisted pull-ups. I'm getting quite good at the assisted pull-up now as well, so I'm really so chuffed about that. I'm building a lot of good strength, and you know, I should core strength. I'm going to do some really concentrated core work as well. That I've really had to work on my core. So if you've got these goals, that's even more important. And staying mobile, doing Pilates, yoga, foam rolling, walking with a wee ball, getting massages. I can't tell you how much it helps, because it gets rid of that tightness. Right, I'm going now. Right, so thank you so much. Thank you so much. So switch my camera off. You take care, have a lovely day, and I'll speak to you soon.